Gears of War Reloaded is coming to PS5, Xbox and PC, an up-to-date remaster of Gears of War 2006, but many of us believed that the whole trilogy was going to be remastered, right? So that begs the question, where the hell are Gears of War 2 and Gears of War 3 Reloaded? As always, I'm your host Abz, and let's discuss where Gears 2 and 3 Reloaded are, and if they are inevitable, based off the announcement of Gears of War 1 Reloaded. Now, for many months and years, gaming insiders have supposedly heard things regarding the ever-rumoured Marcus Phoenix collection, a remaster of the Gears original trilogy in one big collection. This began in January 2022 through Special Nick of the Xbox Era podcast, who said that the collection existed, but he later said that he revealed it way too early before it even began production. Now, in January of this year, which is basically 3 years after the initial rumours began, I put Special Nick on the spot regarding this, and he responded to me by saying, I don't back down from its existence, but in terms of what the collection looks like, entails, it's very possible that's changed over time. Throughout this year, there's been many rumours circulating from many gaming insiders, some credible and some with a point to prove, as well as Xbox YouTubers, from the collection being revealed in June, to the trilogy remastered not even having multiplayer, and it just being the campaigns remastered, and so on, which has been a rollercoaster of different rumours, making it hard to differentiate what's potentially right and what's potentially wrong. But I said in March of this year in response to the no multiplayer rumours, remember guys that no insider knew about Gears of War E-Day, everyone just assumed it was Gear 6. There could be more surprises on the way, with a lot of hidden details unavailable to insiders, and plans can also change too. I'd say keep faith until June for something official. This tweet I made was actually quite foreshadowing, I'd say, because 2 weeks ago Gears of War Reloaded was revealed, an up-to-date remaster of Gears 1, with, you guessed it, multiplayer included. So this goes to show that although the insiders can have certain information, plans are always subject to change, and there's always things they don't know as well. So since Gears Reloaded has multiplayer, that goes against what some insiders were saying, meaning that if Gears 2 and 3 Reloaded are on the way eventually, then one would naturally assume they would have multiplayer as well. A huge thing to note is that this is the first time Gears of War will be coming to PlayStation, so in my estimation, why would they only bring Gears 1 Remastered to PlayStation and PC? It's counterproductive to basic business for Xbox, platforms where there's a lot of money to be made for Xbox, and platforms where Gears 2 and 3 have never been present on. I think Gears of War E-Day will release sometime next year, avoiding GTA 6's release, but I'm wondering if they'll drop Gears 2 and 3 Reloaded before then or not. At $40 a game, so $120 in total for the trilogy as separate games, as opposed to let's say $60 for a trilogy collection, which for Xbox makes them way more money from a business perspective. With Gears 1 being $40, I believe it's foreshadowing what's next in my analysis. Now then, just over a week ago, Special Nick of the Xbox Era podcast had some things to say about the Gears of War collection, as well as Gears Reloaded, so let's have a listen and then I'll give my thoughts and opinion right after.
The Gears collection was not announced. Instead, we've got Gears of War Reloaded, a remaster of Gears of War Ultimate, bringing the franchise to multi-platforms for the first time, releasing on Xbox Series X and S, PC, and PlayStation 5 this summer.
Betrayed.
It's pretty obvious what's happened here.
They've
They've split it up.
Here he goes. He's worming his way out. Oh, here we go. Things changed.
Not worming out of jack shit.
Darkwing Duck.
Split it up. Yeah.
Oh,
to me, it seems quite obvious that they've split this up to milk the PlayStation franchise, PlayStation fan base. And it makes sense. In a way, it makes sense. Like the second they decided to go multi-plat, they're like, okay, well, let's just sell 3 Gears games for $40 each instead of one for 60 or 70.
It's also the first time
it does
2
make
and
sense.
3 would be on PC, so you get that as well.
And no one on Xbox was going to buy this. No, like
yeah, it's free upgrade
the
or
same
Game
thing
Pass.
I said about when I first heard about the Gears collection, the first thing I said was why. And now when you look at Gears Reloaded again, why? And the fact that they're giving it for free to everyone who has the Ultimate Edition, again, it all makes sense. Like they've just split this up to make more money.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying it wasn't going to have the multiplayer, and that's a big part of it. It's got the multiplayer with all the content it's ever had that's full crossplay. You don't have to log in, but if you want to, you use your Xbox, your Microsoft account. And people are like, how come they say Microsoft account? It's because your Xbox account is your Microsoft account. That's why they say that.
I may get in trouble for this, but I don't give a fuck now because I'm sick of it. This tracks with what I heard. So what I heard about the Gears collection was that Gears 1 was a basic remaster. Gears 2 was a full-blown remake, like full-blown remake, like Unreal Engine 5, whatever. And 3 was going to be something a bit more basic. So this tracks with that. The fact that this is just Ultimate Edition redone. It totally tracks with what I had heard about it.
If Gears E-Day is next year,
Thank God, the ads on our
They
site.
split them up and release these.
well, I don't
that's
think
what
we'll
actually
see
happened.
Gears Reloaded, Gears 2 Reloaded, Gears 3 Reloaded, and then Gears E-Day. I don't think like they'll get all three of those out before Gears E-Day drops.
Ads on our site suck, John.
I think that's the plan. I think the plan is. My guess is, and it's a guess. I haven't found out. I'm trying to find out. But my guess is, Gears comes out. Gears 2 Reloaded comes out, or whatever the name is. I assume they're all just going to be called Reloaded. Then Gears 3 Reloaded comes out, and then E-Day comes out, and at the same time as E-Day, here's Collection. If you want Collection, all 3 Reloadeds together.
Wait,
Do exist? You think I'm the only person that's heard about them? Others have heard about it too.
good.
You're all wrong.
Like, I just, I think I said it on a previous show. I had strong advice given to me to not hitch my wagon on the Gears collection discussions, and I was like, okay, we'll see though,
Whatever.
right? I agree with you in the way that it does make sense to 40 quid, 50 quid a pop on each game across all those platforms.
That's
Let
right.
your
People
Game Pass community
gonna
just
really
enjoy
buy them.
them whenever. I understand the logic is sound.
People weren't going to buy them, so it makes more sense to split them up and get PlayStation players buying all 3 of them
And
individually.
PC. The first 2 are not on PC, and the Ultimate Edition is in terrible shape on PC. But annoyingly,
Edition
Nick
was a
had said
complaint.
that 2 was the one he'd heard was the full remake only, and everything else was a remaster.
Haven't
Was
seen that
2.
announced yet,
Yep.
so
And,
no flowers.
and you know what else? You know what else I had heard originally? That multiplayer would be there.
Yeah, that was a
Originally,
newer
that's what I
thing
heard.
about the
Others
lack of
said no
multiplayer.
multiplayer.
Yeah.
I had heard multiplayer would be there, and there we are. Gears 1 has multiplayer.
Yep.
So, again, I'm sticking by what I had said because I haven't been told otherwise yet. To me, it does make perfect sense to split them up and make more money once they had decided to go multiplayer.
And seeing how everyone
why
treats their
sell-
remasters and just is full on greed mode now.
Why sell PlayStation players one collection for $60 or $70 when you can sell them 3 games for like 40? Like, how much is this? Do we even know the price on this
40.
on PlayStation?
It's $40.
Yeah. So why not sell them 3 games for 40 or 40 for Gears 1, 60 for Gears 2 because it's like the full blown thing, and then another 40 for Gears 3 and make way
And
more
then
money.
80
off
for E-Day.
And then 80 for E-Day, yeah.
Oof.
And then just package it all up and go, okay, well, if you haven't bought any of them yet, 70 for all 3, the collection.
So Nick had supposedly originally heard that Gears 1 was going to get a small remastered upgrade, with Gears 2 getting a full-blown rebuilt remaster, while Gears of War 3 would get a small remastered upgrade as well. To me this makes sense anyway, and so far that's correct with Gears Reloaded. Gears 2 needs a full-blown remaster anyway, and Gears 3 looks amazing, but does need a small remastered upgrade for sure to make it feel smoother, get rid of that crazy motion blur screen shake when roadie running, updated control schemes and so on. And as we know, Gears Reloaded is a separate release and not a collection, so it's only logical that money is to be made for Xbox to bring Gears 2 and 3 to PlayStation and PC, platforms where millions of gamers can finally buy the iconic games. So to conclude, I think Gears 2 and 3 Reloaded have to be on the way, one way or another, otherwise it's stupid and an illogical decision. Let's see if we hear anything at the Xbox Game Showcase on June the 8th, unless the announcements are shadow dropped just like Gears 1 Reloaded. But one thing's for sure, it's getting exciting once again to be a Gears of War fan. Thank you for watching, subscribe for everything Gears related, and a big special thank you to the YouTube and Patreon members for your additional support as always. I'm your host Stabs, and I will catch you guys next time.